is Veterans Day, November 11th. Thank you to all who've served. Just slid off into this bottom this morning. There's actually is a youth hunt. It's actually a youth hunt today. So I have my uncle and his little son Daniel this morning with us. They're out here trying to get his first deer. So this morning was a little bit of a debacle, just trying to get everything settled and get them where they needed to be. It rained all night last night, so just a weird morning, but we got them set up. Made me get in here a little late, but it's okay. Doesn't matter. But I slid off down at this bottom. Up to my east, there's a fresh cut, probably 80-acre clear cut they did during turkey season back in the spring. And they've sprayed it since then, so it's pretty dead out there. Not a whole lot of reason for deer to be in it except for just traveling through it. What's up? Alright, it is about 2:30, November 11th, so Veterans Day afternoon. Happy Veterans Day to all those who have served, and we appreciate your sacrifice, and we wouldn't be able to do the things that we do without you guys. And for the ones that I'm personal friends with, man, I love you guys. I get to come hunt today because we're out of school. Got into this ground blind that we have on the edge of this food plot, and we've got a lot of deer using this food plot the last couple of weeks, particularly one bachelor group of bucks. One buck in particular has been showing up more than the others. He's a crab claw 8-point. He's been here each of the last 2 nights before 5:45, so right at last light. Day before yesterday, he was here actually about 20 minutes before dark, which was plenty of shooting light, and then last night he showed up right at last light. So I'm hoping, it's been overcast all day, it rained all night last night. I'm hoping they get up and feed a little bit early, but it's hot. It's like 75 degrees tonight, but that hasn't stopped. So I'm expecting them to come out from right in front of me and feed down to the middle of this field, right in front of this camera where we've been getting their picture. I got one shot. It's right there. Or anything along that path. So hopefully they feed through the middle one time. That's all it takes is one time feeding through the middle. Otherwise I'm screwed. So I left my freaking battery charger and spare battery at home for my big camera. So this is all going to be done on a GoPro. So you're probably not going to get the kill shot, unfortunately. But at least you get to go along with the ride on the GoPro tonight. Anyways, I'm sad about that, but I'm excited about this afternoon. So let's settle back and see what happens. camera battery died this morning. But I just shot the biggest buck of my life with a bow. Oh my God. Come on. Oh my God. He was right there. I had 3 other bucks in this field all afternoon. And I looked up and the 2 others that I'd seen on camera before were coming out of the road. And they got out here fighting and I couldn't get him on freaking camera. But he's dead. He's dead. He's a wide 8. Holy smokes. I gotta text everybody. I'll get back with you on a second. Alright, here we go. Let me go out here and see if I can find something. I was sitting right there in that blind. And he was right there. Oh. This one in doe. See, they're still coming here. There's my arrow right here. Oh my God. That is what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. That's a good sign, I think. Good sign. I'm gonna ease up to the edge of this field and see if I can find some blood where it went in at and mark it. And then I'm gonna get out of here. So I'll follow blood to about 50 yards off the edge of the field, and I've hit this little bed right here, grass, and I'm having a little bit of trouble finding it now. I'm gonna look for just a minute longer. Look for one more minute, and then I'm gonna kind of get out of here. Go get some help. So this is where we kind of get a gap in the story. One of the problems with self-filming, outside of just trying to get critters on film and, you know, technical malfunctions like what happened on this hunt, is really just remembering to hit the record button. And that's not just when, you know, animals are coming in, but like just throughout other parts of the hunt, you know, the walking in, the walking out, the recovery. So after I shot this buck, you know, I lost it in the blind, just went nuts, and got out, found the arrow, tracked blood for about 60 or 70 yards after the shot, and kind of lost it right there. It was getting dark. I didn't want to push it. I knew I'd made a good shot on the deer, but the blood just wasn't really great. So I backed out for about 2 hours. Me and Dad went back up to try and, you know, find this deer, and we got nothing. Like from that last spot that I found blood, we couldn't find any. Come to find out, what had happened was because I was in a ground blind and the shot was actually slightly at an uphill angle, I made a good shot, but I hit that deer center mass right behind the front shoulder. But the exit hole was actually a little bit higher than the entry hole. So it was a double lung, but it didn't just bleed because of where the entry and exit holes were, like it would with a downhill shot out of a tree stand. So we were struggling to find blood, and I didn't want to lose this deer. So we ended up calling my buddy Dane Van Zant, who has a dog that he's training. It's actually a little puppy. I think it's 6 months old. This was its second track job. So we called Dane up. I knew the deer was dead, but I just really wanted to make sure that we recovered him quickly and we didn't have to go through there. And it's so thick where this deer ran off to that we would just be wandering in a briar thicket without knowing we were on some sort of track. So amongst this whole process, I'm carrying my GoPro around with me, and I just don't record anything. My mind's going 100 miles a minute, thinking, man, we off blood, we're on blood, we're off blood, we're on blood. The dog's going this way, but the tracks are going this way. And I just never think to record any of the whole ordeal up until this point where we actually find the deer. We just found him. We just found him. We found where he laid up, and it kind of got me discouraged a little bit because he wasn't right where he was laying, but I said, man, he might just be right over this hill. He got up one more time and tried to get away. The dog pulled him out, so we're gonna go take a look at him. Ooh, thank you, Jesus. So what had happened was we had got on a logging road where this deer had ran. The dog kept walking this logging road back and forth.
and he just couldn't figure out where that deer went once it got on that logging road. And I ended up finding a set of running tracks where it veers off the road, and about 30 yards from the road, I find a bed where he had laid down and bled a ton. And I'm like, man, he's got to be real close. Like, he probably laid down right here and tried to get up and make one last run. And we called the dog up there, and I let him follow that trail where that deer left that bed. And sure enough, within 50 yards, he's there. And Dane yells at me, we got him. I do think to hit record on my GoPro at that point. And then after that, I'm so excited that we found him. I'm so relieved because I've been high and low. And I just don't hit record again. We get no grip and grin video. We get no, real good post-recovery stuff. And that's on me. But that's the hard part about it, is in the excitement remembering to record stuff. So this is kind of where that story ends. That was a great buck. I'm actually working on a European mount with him right now. It's just so cool to get out in the state of Alabama and be able to take a mature buck on a property that you've worked. Me and my family have put a lot of time into this property to make it a good spot for us to go and have a chance to shoot mature deer. And with a bow, it's just icing on the cake for me. I've been trying to, meet that goal of mine for the last 3 years. Let tons of younger deer walk and just finally get a good older mature deer. It was a really special moment. But thank y'all guys so much for watching. Thanks for sticking around this long. And next time I'll do a better job of getting the recovery stuff and probably maybe even the actual shot on film. But if you haven't done so yet, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and follow us on Instagram @_Team Southern Roots _. What we're going to do on December the 15th, we're going to do a drawing. And all we're going to do is we're going to pull from the people who are followers on YouTube, or our subscribers on YouTube, and we are going to give away 2 hats. So just as a thank you, nothing big, nothing spectacular, and if you don't want the hat, just tell us no and we'll give it to somebody else. But we're going to send out 2 hats to 2 people that we draw from our YouTube subscribers. So make sure you're following us on Instagram as well, because that's how we're going to try and get in contact with you, is on Instagram. That's @_Team Southern Roots _. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all the love you've been giving us the last year and a half on these videos. And keep a lookout for the rest of them this season. God bless and small.